I'm going to spin this into a fresh, commentary-driven video script that feels like a creator thinking out loud, not a dry recap. We'll lean into big questions, personal takeaways, and how this moment fits into larger trends around fame, parenthood, and online storytelling. Let's dive in. Imagine you're watching a couple who met on a dance floor years ago, now sharing their first big life moment with the world, a baby. That's the lane we're in here. But today, I'm not just telling you they had a kid. I'm unpacking what this tells us about modern celebrity, digital intimacy, and the pressures that come with growing a family in public. First big idea: the public storytelling of pregnancy and birth as a modern rite of passage. What stands out here is how the reveal isn't just a private event. It's staged for social media, calibrated for engagement, and then recycled into a timeline that fans can scroll through. Personally, I think that cadence, announce, document, celebrate, creates a shared emotional arc between the couple and their audience. It's less about private joy and more about cultivating a narrative where viewers feel like part of a family story. What makes this really interesting is how the couple merges a pregnancy reveal with a global platform, turning a deeply personal milestone into a public milestone that's both intimate and marketable. From my perspective, the choice of posting the first photo in a swaddle alongside moments of cuddling and the homebound moment adds layers. It's not just a look, baby. It's a curated collage that signals stability, domestic bliss, and continuity. The quiet patience of parenting as a long-form project audiences can follow week by week. Second idea: the first pregnant professional dancer. A detail becomes a talking point about representation and boundaries in reality TV. Dianne Buswell choosing to keep performing while pregnant sent a message about what women can do during pregnancy, and it sparked debate about safety, expectations, and the culture of criticism online. What many people don't realize is how much power there is in a single decision to push the boundaries. It can redefine what audiences think is possible for athletes, performers, and mothers-to-be. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a stunt. It's a statement about resilience, artistry, and the evolving norms of work life in reality TV. One thing that immediately stands out is how the trolls targeted her pregnancy. Trolls often weaponize ambiguity, uncomfortable to watch, they say, while missing the broader context, talent, dedication, and the complexities of performing while coordinating a pregnancy. From my view, the real takeaway is less about the controversy and more about how digital audiences react to authenticity. When someone speaks up, she did in her stories, the moment shifts from a debate about is this appropriate, to a larger conversation about respect, boundaries, and the mental load of public life. Third idea: the origin story of their relationship. Two dancers who turned a televised connection into a long-term partnership frames a bigger trend: celebrities building durable, observable partnerships in the age of social media. They didn't marry on a timer. They let the relationship evolve publicly, which builds a blueprint for longevity that isn't about legal status but about consistent, shared storytelling. What's fascinating is watching a modern couple translate competition stage chemistry into real-life collaboration, living together, buying a home, and now parenting, all while maintaining a brand that feels authentic rather than manufactured. From my side, the move to Brighton and the choice to document every milestone, moving in, buying a home, settling into parenthood, feeds a broader pattern. Audiences crave the behind-the-scenes documentary of a life that looks both relatable and aspirational. This creates a cumulative trust, even if the audience doesn't know every detail. It's not simply parasocial, it's parasocial plus a real, evolving co-created life. Deeper insight: how a public life redefines family milestones. When fans witness a baby's arrival in real time, the moment shifts from personal to communal ritual. The birth of Bowden marks not only a private moment for the couple but a new chapter that invites fans to witness first steps, first smiles, first family rituals. This raises a deeper question: does sharing intimate life events online erode privacy, or does it democratize joy, giving fans a sense of belonging to something bigger than themselves? In my opinion, it's a bit of both. The more curated the life, the more viewers fill in gaps with their own expectations, which can amplify both connection and pressure. A detail I find fascinating is the naming choice, Bowden Mark Richard Sugg, an element that signals personal meaning inside a public brand. Names carry heritage, intention, and a touch of storytelling. When creators embed narratives into names, it's a subtle reminder that even the most spontaneous moments are carefully curated for meaning beyond the screen. What this really suggests is that the public's appetite for authentic feeling moments grows stronger as creators demonstrate vulnerability alongside competence. The most compelling YouTube moments aren't just about the product, the baby, the milestone, but about the creator's interpretation of that moment, what it reveals about purpose, values, and the future of the channel. Closing thought, we're watching a new form of family building in real time, designed for connection, not just spectacle. If you're a creator or a viewer, there's a takeaway about how to balance privacy with openness, how to handle criticism without retreating, and how to narrate a life that invites others to grow with you. So here's a question for you. As audiences, do we want to see life's milestones documented in real time, or do we prefer a more traditional, polished retrospective? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Personally, I'm curious to see how Bowden's story will unfold and what that means for creators who want to blend artistry, parenthood, and public storytelling in a sustainable way.